Got some different filters on there for you, Rafi.
You rock, my friend.
Rafinha Bastos.
You have a fact.
Rafinha Bastos.
Yes, it's my name. Oh, Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah's
Rafinha Bastos.
That's my name. Rafinha Bastos. Oh, that's awesome. I could be here forever. Oh, so you have effect on mine as well. Oh, you put the effect there?
Yeah, this is just on this mic. So
Okay.
yeah, that's your Rafi mic. This is my Jeremiah mic, and then we gotta have.
But you're talking on those with effect.
Yeah, because I have it down
you
where
have
I
there
can
as well.
I can quickly go back and forth.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's easier for my guests if I just have a dedicated mic where they can just play, so they can just lean over.
Okay.
Real quick. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice,
that's
nice.
your playground mic right there.
Perfect bro. This is so good, man. Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, I gotta say, I really like your accent. Do you?
My
I'm
accent?
Sure, I'm sure you get that a lot.
Man, it's a surprise because I don't sound Latino, and it's very frustrating for people because my name is Rafael. Mm-hmm. But I feel proud. Thank you, man. You're the first one to say.
Yeah, I'm the first one to ever tell you.
Yeah.
You're like,
I still don't believe it.
This is strange.
That's okay.
You said Raphael.
Yeah, but
Look
Raphael
at
was-
this.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Ninja Turtle right there.
Is this the Raphael?
That's Raphael. Did you grow up in Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I remember Ninja Turtles.
Do you remember it? So this is Leonardo.
You don't know the names.
That's Raphael. That's Michelangelo, and that's Donatello.
That's Donatello?
That's Donatello.
Fuck, bro. So we could do Turtle Ninjas. That's a good cartoon. I remember when they fight crime. Now they die of a straw attack.
Yeah, that was the Brazil version of the theme song for Ninja Turtles.
It is. I remember this one.
Yeah, just
That's awesome.
Turtle ninjas in Brazil, they're fighting crime and doing stuff. There's some of them got nunchucks and some of them got swords.
that was
good.
That was because
It was a better version.
in different countries they have they will change the words and lyrics sometimes to some
I
of
know.
the themes.
Of course I know.
Yeah.
Of course I know.
What's maybe what are some of the cartoons or something that you grew up
I remember. Do you remember Woody Woodpecker?
with? Yes, of course.
That was my best one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And what is the one that has the Papaléguas? Papaléguas in the Coyote.
I'm not recalling.
The Roadrunner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Papaléguas.
Wile E. Coyote?
We call Coyote. We call Coyote.
Oh, Coyote. I like that.
And the Papaléguas was the bird.
The Roadrunner.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember that one. But Woody Woodpecker was my best one.
Wow. I loved it.
What is What was the name of that one that has like it was a run with a lot of different cars and animals and
Like Transformers?
Muttley. You remember? Because it wasn't Transformers. It was a car race
Okay.
with a lot of different characters. And they had like this Jique Vigarista, which was this guy with a mustache, and he was like the villain, and he got like a dog that always go Muttley. Oh, Muttley. You don't remember this one?
No, I'm trying to
What's the name of the thing?
This is like a great game show for me though. Just trying to figure out
cartoon.
what cartoons we both grew up watching.
And Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
That was huge. Tom and
That
Jerry.
was big. Yeah, Tom and Jerry was big.
And we had a lot of Mexican stuff that goes to Brazil. As well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like El Chavo.
What's El Chavo?
El Chavo was like this little boy with some other. He was like a poor guy and he never had food. He was very sad, actually. He was like a third world.
You're like, come to think of it,
Yeah.
I don't know why I enjoyed it. It was very.
No.
He didn't have food.
like-
His
People were like giving him money. He didn't have a house or parents.
he was a homeless kid.
He was a homeless kid. Yeah, and he lives in a barrel.
He lives in a barrel.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, that's fun.
Like
that's sad.
very sad and
It
messed
is.
up.
I was watching yesterday because Televisa here in America is still like the goals with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching yesterday on TV.
Really?
And I was thinking, that's pretty sad. I don't know why I was such a huge fan.
Yeah, it's like why was it? Why did they make it that sad?
Because it's like, it's
Maybe they want to make it relatable to some kids who didn't have
third
much.
world countries.
Yeah, to third
That's-
world countries.
Yeah. So
He
every-
lived in a barrel.
they lived in a barrel.
Oh my goodness.
And when everybody went to their houses, he went to the barrel. And
Wow. Well, I guess Harry Potter lived in a closet. You know what I mean? He was kind of like
he did.
abused.
I never watched.
You haven't seen the Harry Potter movies?
I didn't.
So he lived in a closet like underneath a staircase, and his foster parents like kind of were abusive to him.
They
Yeah,
were?
yeah.
So he kind of ran away from their parents?
Yeah, so he ended up running away and going to Hogwarts and going into the wizarding world of magic.
Do you think he became a magic because he was angry at his parents? That was like some a revenge, like I'm gonna be something.
Well, his parents both died, so he had to live with.
And you tell me that my cartoon was sad? Look at that.
I guess when you put it like that, yeah,
Oh
it's very
my
sad.
God.
Yeah, I guess some of the cartoons and stories for children, they want to break them in like kind of like early on, like so they can relate to kids of any upbringing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I guess.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I guess when you think about it, Harry Potter's pretty
sad.
pretty
Huh?
sad. Like, yeah.
And I don't know why. I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If the movie's too big, I can't watch it.
You mean like budget wise?
No,
or
no budget wise.
Listen, I only watch indie films. Okay, only independent movies.
I'm a producer. When
I'm
I
a
see a
producer.
huge green
When I
screen,
see it, it takes me out of it.
I don't know. I start to think about how much they're spending. Oh, this is not gonna.
This is too much. It starts hurting
my
me. I'm like,
gosh.
oh.
How many people have to watch this for them to pay their expenses? No, when it's too long.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Like the Lord of the Rings
Never
or something.
watch
You
it.
can't do that.
No.
Can't do that. No.
I can't go to the movies, man.
Yeah.
You
can't go to the movie theaters?
I can't go to the movies.
You
It's too long.
It's too long. You can't handle it.
I have to run
Too
away.
many pee breaks. Too many.
Too much stuff happening. I just want to
Yeah.
go. That's why I was addicted to TV for a long time. I
Yeah.
love cartoons.
So
I
you
think-
like short form,
I
quick
like
stuff.
Yeah, man.
You like Adult Swim? You ever watch Adult Swim?
And I watched a few stuff in Brazil, but not here.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
No.
12 minutes, 15-minute cartoons. That's their blocks of time.
15 minutes?
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah, there
oh
you go.
my gosh. How much time we are going to do on this podcast?
We'll do 15 minutes times
No,
4.
we can do. When I'm participating, when I'm active.
We'll take breaks. We'll take little breaks where we stop and we'll do some stretches.
Yeah, and then I'll tell. Okay, it's enough for me. I have
Yeah,
to.
you're like, this is too much.
I'm
This
sorry,
is-
it's a little too much.
Yeah.
It's
So
yeah.
you did Joe Rogan's podcast. That
Yes.
was a couple hours. Were you like, ooh, this
Man,
is-
it was a lot. But you know what's crazy about doing his podcast is that when you sit in front of him, it's the same frame that you watch on your computer.
yeah, or your phone or whatever.
It's the
yeah.
same thing. You watch him the same way you watch him on a computer. So
you're like, this is
it's
weird.
a little weird.
Yeah.
Am I watching this? Am I really
Am I watching
here?
myself? Am I in it?
Am I in it? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like, and when it gets long, and then you start to think a lot of different stuff while you're talking. You're like,
Sure.
am I dreaming? It's like
Yeah.
it was,
Are we in a simulation? What is this?
It is. But it was awesome. It's a great guy, man. Oh, that was so fun. It was fun. Yeah.
I did some research on you. You have some very cool YouTube videos and stuff like that.
I do.
I saw one where you interviewed one of my favorites. You interviewed Jack Black.
Yes.
And that was a great interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great
You
guy.
guys sang together. I
Yeah, we
mean, you
did,
got to
we did.
sing with Jack Black. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
Do you remember what song did we
It
sing?
was the Nacho Libre
Oh,
song.
Nacho Libre was
Yeah.
Encarnación. Oh, let me use
Oh,
it.
yeah. Use that. Yeah.
Encarnación. Oh, look at this. When the fantasy has ended and all the children are gone, Something good inside me helps me to carry on. Encarnación, encarnación, encarnación.
I gotta say that was beautiful.
Thank you, my
That
friend.
was fantastic.
Thank you very much, my friend.
What is the word for what's beautiful in Portuguese?
Bonito.
Bonito.
It's the same.
Oh, it's the same as
There's
same
a
as Spanish.
lot of similarities.
So I took like 4 years of Spanish.
Okay.
So I have like, I've retained like an okay amount.
Say something in Spanish, and I say that in Portuguese.
Okay, interesting. Yo necesito a ti en mi casa a la 11.
Eu preciso de você na minha casa às 11. Wow. Isn't it
Yeah, there's like
kind of similar?
yeah,
Yeah.
similar. It's like a skewed, like
Yeah.
looking at it through a prism, like a light prism, and it bending a
Yeah,
little bit.
it's like it's similar, but if you talk too fast, you can't understand. Why
Yeah.
did you take? Were you curious about speaking Spanish, or
Well, I
you're
was.
obligated to do it?
No, well, partially both, because at my school we were required to take 1 year or 2 years of another foreign language. It was required.
Okay.
So some people took French, some people took Spanish, some people took Latin for some reason.
Okay. Latin.
Yeah, I'm like,
Maybe they're gonna create, I don't know, a time machine.
I
and
know.
they're
I'm like, I don't know why you waste your time doing
gonna
that.
be a priest or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Why?
I don't know, but I kept on with it because I wanted, like, it's still a goal of mine to become completely fluent someday in Spanish, because I'd just like to be fluent in another language.
That would be good to do in Spanish comedy, huh?
Oh,
Stand-up
that'd be great. I would love to be able to.
You know
to do that.
Francisco Ramos, right?
Yeah,
He's
I
a good
love
friend.
Francisco,
And Francisco has this show where like American comedians do in Spanish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's fun.
And I'm curious about doing it as well.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, man. But
That's
I don't
great.
know. It's different.
What's it been like? Because you've been doing comedy for a long time in Brazil.
17.
17
Yeah.
years. What was it? Your first trip over here like when you were doing comedy in English? How difficult?
You
was
know
that?
what's crazy? The only video that I have on YouTube of my stand-up in English was my first time doing it. It's
Really?
Laugh Factory got the whole thing and posted.
Wow.
And it's the only video that I have online is my first time doing it in English.
That's so cool.
It's cool. It's cool. It's crazy too. I need some better ones, because it was my first one.
Sure.
But the thing that helps me, man, it would be difficult for me if I was like you. It's like you're like alive on stage, and then you create, and it goes, then it's something that is fresh, and you improvise a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I have to write.
Sure.
I write a lot. It's like I have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I get stuck. Even in Portuguese, I have to write. I trust on my writing much more than I trust on my act.
Well, yeah, that's what would be cool about if I could become fluent in Spanish, because I do right now. Like, if I was to try to improvise something in Spanish on stage, it would be like
that's what happens. It still
right.
happens.
So
with
you
me.
have to really be premeditated and really train yourself to know every beat of what you're about to be doing.
It's like, okay, now I feel that I'm doing the same way that I do in Portuguese. It sounds like it's come from the top of my head at the time. It's okay. I feel that it's natural. I got the same pace and the silences. It's the way I do stand-up, okay?
Right.
But when something happens and I have to improvise, then it gets a little tricky because I have like everything comes in Portuguese, and then I have to translate and use the right words, and then I lose timing. And then I have another idea, and I lose time. It's very frustrating.
I would imagine it would be. Is there much heckling that goes on?
No.
Yeah.
Not that much.
It's more of an American
Yes,
thing, right?
yes.
Or to be like, call something out, because that would be difficult.
It
you know,
is.
if somebody yells something out because timing is everything when you're handling those situations.
I know.
So to have that extra delay, kind of, you're like, oh wait,
Yeah.
oh.
And then you have to think the right words.
Wait, I'm trying to fix this right now, but I'm not really sure what is going on. I have to say in Portuguese. Você é filho da puta. I don't know how to say this in English. And okay, that's my time. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's exactly what happened. So I have a few tricks. What happened? I even say this on stage the first time that I try to improvise. It's even a joke that I do it on stage now. This guy just screamed, I don't know, he screamed something. And I got mad. And when I get mad, it's impossible to speak English. I have to speak Portuguese.
You just start going
It's just
crazy.
fucking, se fuder, filha da puta, tomar no seu cu, puta que pariu. That's Portuguese. It's impossible to just be mad in English.
You call them a bitch or something
yes,
like that, right?
Yes. I have to be.
What's up, guys? I'm figuring this out.
Yeah, I have to do it in Portuguese. So I was doing this show. This guy screamed something, and what I wanted to say was, "Go fuck yourself."
Sure.
Because I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah.
And I said, "Gonna fuck myself," which it's not the same.
Right.
And I said this on stage, even like I wanted to hurt his feelings, but I ended up informing him that I was going to masturbate. That's what I did. Because it's like, it's English when you get stressed out. For me, it's like, no, I have to be in Portuguese.
Yeah.
That's why now, but you know what? Now I'm living here and speaking Portuguese and speaking English. My girlfriend, she speaks a little bit of Portuguese and English, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be perfect in like a year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, that works out great that your girlfriend is speaking both.
She goes. Let me see if I have a message of her, and I'll send it. I'll show it to you. And I hope it's not that dirty. But how she speaks a little bit of both.
Okay.
And I wanted to show you. Let me show you.
All right. Perfect. I love this.
Okay, let me show this one.
Oi, eu já cheguei. Eu cheguei antes porque o meu voo saiu 1 hora antes do da Bebel, né? Que eu comprei ele
That's Portuguese.
after they did. Então eu cheguei aqui, tô esperando eles aqui no aeroporto. They're gonna get here in like an hour. E aí...
You see?
Yeah.
She went to English.
Yeah.
No,
Little in and out.
I thought that was awesome, but you know when you start to tell a story and then it's like, it's not. And while she's talking, I was like, that's not interesting.
Well, so
I just killed the conversation to show something.
It's okay. What did she say? What did she say in Portuguese? Like before she went to English?
Oh, I just arrived here and I'm waiting for my sister and
Yeah.
that was thank you. Could you put? Okay, this is gonna be the clip.
This is gonna be the clip that goes on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. This is the one that we're gonna use.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude. Something that interested me. I actually tried to do a little bit of research.
You did?
Man,
You're good, bro.
But before you came, and I was watching some of your Netflix special.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching it with subtitles on.
Could you understand?
Well, I mean, I understand. So this was interesting for me as an American viewer watching it is I didn't get some of what I think are the pop culture references.
Yeah,
you know
the
what
references,
I mean?
yeah.
Because some of the stuff was getting like applause breaks and like you were doing really well, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, this is something in Brazil that I just don't have context
Yeah.
for. But one of the things that you kind of one of the through lines of the set is you talking about how people, when they see you on the streets now in Brazil, they're like worried about you because they used to see you as this big presence and this big thing. So
No, they still see, but they think I lost everything.
So tell me about like what because I don't know. So fill that in for me. Like what?
Yeah. Okay.
Like
okay.
going
Of
from, I
course.
guess what you're saying, from feeling like this bigger thing or what people are associating to now, you're saying people like one of your jokes was I'll try not to butcher it, but you said a homeless person was asking for money, and then they looked up and realized it was Rafinha.
They gave me $5.
And they gave you $5. Like, actually, you need this.
You need much more than
Yeah,
me.
you need it much more than me.
Man, that's comedy. Of course, I'm doing good there, and the
course.
shows and everything else. I have like a huge audience in Brazil, but the thing is, I got some lawsuits in Brazil that put me in trouble. So I actually lost some money because of lawsuits, and those lawsuits became huge, and it is actually a lot of money. And when you say that the quantity of money, people were like, "Oh, the guy lost everything," because it's like I lost like $300,000 because of one joke, and which is like a lot.
Yeah.
So people really think that I lost everything, but of course I have my apartment and I have some money on the bank, but I make fun of it.
So was the joke worth it still?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
It's always worth it, man.
All right.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it was funny. People laugh, so I'm not gonna regret because of a joke.
Of course.
If people laugh, that's okay. But what I always say is that these little tools of defamation and everything else, it's kind of tricky because you give the power to a judge to say if that was offensive or not.
Yeah.
And I lost a lot of money because of those things. That's
Also,
why,
it was in a comedy club setting, right? When you said it?
it was on TV.
It was on TV.
It was on TV.
Gotcha.
I got some problems with jokes on stage, but the big one was on TV. Was on TV.
What was the format of show that it was on where you said the joke?
I was doing this show called it was called a show called CQC, and it was a kind of a journalism and comedy at the same time. So I was doing journalism and I was a kind of it was
Like a correspondent, like that kind of thing?
it was
Or like
a mix
like
between
an anchor?
it was a mix between the Daily Show and The View.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Kind of panel.
Yes, it was a kind
yeah.
of panel. We were three hosts, and we have stories on the streets of people going to the Congress
Okay.
and people going to celebrities. And the story is I was live on TV, and we showed this singer, and she's pretty hot. She's like what I say is that she's like our Jennifer Lopez,
Sure.
hot and sings like shit. So she's our Jennifer Lopez. And I was live on TV, and I said that she was pregnant, and I said that she was so hot that I would fuck her and her baby. That's what I said.
You said that like that?
I would fuck her and her baby. I don't know why I said, because I'm very creative. And, sometimes my mind go faster than I can. That's the good thing in English. I have to think,
Did you put it that bluntly? Like
I would fuck
in
her
Portugal?
and her baby.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was on TV, and I was sued, and I got a huge lawsuit, and I lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I never fucked the baby, which I think is a very bad deal if you think about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you didn't even have sex with the baby after all that money was spent.
With that money,
With that kind of money,
I'm sorry, bro.
I don't get anything out of this. I mean, what's going on?
I think with that money I could buy that baby. I don't know.
I think I own the baby for that kind of money at that point.
So the baby was born with a lot of money. Is the first baby rich before he was even born?
Yeah,
That's
So
great.
you did you're the godfather of that baby. Technically, you show up at the ceremony and you're like, I just want to pay my respects because you inherited a lot of money from me. So thank you from your new papa.
Yeah. So I had to pay. I paid a lot of money because I paid her, I paid her husband, and I paid the baby. That was like 50. It was 50,000 reais for each one of them.
You have community service where you have to go hang out with the baby like once a week. Like I have to take the baby on walks now. It's part of the the repercussions for me saying that.
That's my sentence.
That's
I
my
have to
sentence.
be friends with the baby for the rest of my life. And what is crazy is that while everybody was talking about the joke, so it was huge. The media was discussing.
I'm sure it picked it up on headlines everywhere.
Headlines everywhere.
But when now the way that Brazil media works and everything like that, are they censoring certain language, like, and putting like, like a dash or like stars through some of the stuff when they're reprinting it and re-saying it on these news outlets and stuff? Or in Brazil, is there not like you can just say that? Because on American TV, you can't say the F word, you can't say a lot of sexual innuendo type of stuff. Like there's lots of laws and rules to prevent you from even saying the word period. So
you can't say it all.
You can't say it at all.
But if you say live on TV, nobody can.
Yeah, but you get fined. You just,
fined by who?
The FCC.
What is it?
That's like they govern the language and everything that is over all of American TV and movies and stuff. So that's where the ratings come in for like a PG movie where like any family can see it. To PG-13, you have to be 13 and up. To R, that's 17 and up.
But is this a government agency or something, or is it's from the government?
Yeah,
so
I believe so.
So it is a kind of a censorship or not?
I mean, it's censorship definitely for TV. That's why Netflix and other streaming platforms are so big right now, because there's no government, there's no regulation over the language and the nudity and all that stuff. Like is there like in Brazil, like I feel like a lot of the ads are way more sexy and stuff like that.
Everything is more sexy in Brazil.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sexuality everywhere.
Yeah,
which is pretty good.
I mean, it's
not a problem.
It's good.
I like some butts. Some butts. I like some butts.
That Brazilian booty. Oh yeah. That stereotype is real for a reason.
Big butts and a lot of sex.
And a lot of sex. Welcome to Lots of Sex with Rafi.
Thank you.
On Jeremiah Wonders. Let's talk about Brazilian butts. How good are they?
Oh, our butts. Our butts.
Our butts.
It's the genetics that only we have.
Sometimes I sleep on 2 Brazilian butts as pillows in a king-size bed. I just relax and, put the butts around me and fall asleep.
I'm paying people to use them as a pillow. That happens. Man, but what you're talking about TV, we don't have, like, it's not that it's forbidden, but you can... about the age, you're saying...
everything is like kind of broken for movies and stuff like
yes,
that. It's very
TV as well.
Yeah.
In Brazil, TV as well. But it's not that you're forbidden, but the thing is, censorship is more like an economic type of thing. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with me. So I got in a lot of trouble, not because of the government. I got in a lot of trouble.
Sponsors and everything.
Sponsors, and I can understand, sponsors... I don't know if I want.
Sprite doesn't want
me to fuck babies.
Yeah, it doesn't want you to do that.
I don't think that's a good idea for Sprite. So I understand. It's a risk that I took, and I thought it was my duty to take some risks.
Yeah, well, you're a voice as a comedian in Brazil, and you're trying to push the boundaries and stuff like that, and
push the limit a little bit.
Yeah.
That was my duty as a comedian. So I thought it was important for my people not to apologize because of that joke. I did apologize about some stuff. I did some rape jokes that I'm not proud of at all. I don't know if I'm a good guy for your podcast. I
think you're great.
Okay.
So far, I've been loving it.
Okay. So that's okay. I feel comfortable. But but in Brazil, I'm not, which is crazy because here when I speak English, I have this likability of being a foreigner.
Yeah.
And in Brazil, I'm just a piece of shit. So it's okay. I feel good.
Does it feel good to live dual lives?
Oh my gosh. People are like, I like Rafi so much. He's such a nice guy. But the crazy thing, Jeremiah, is that I kind of built this character, this persona of me. That is,
well, it's kind of cool because you kind of get to, like I said, the dual thing. You get to recreate, who you want to be.
Yes, and this is
Spanish Jeremiah. He could go over there and
could be
hello, hola, cómo estás?
Yeah,
I could be a very suave guy,
charming
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, and it's a very good experience and a very good opportunity for me to actually do it again,
Yeah.
And that's me. I'm not creating anything. The thing is, you guys here have podcasts and opportunities to talk more and people to understand who you are.
Yeah.
And I have my YouTube channel in Brazil that I try to do a little bit of that. But I built my persona in Brazil on TV, on stage with my specials. So it took a little time for people to understand really who I am.
Yeah.
Now people know that I'm a likable guy and
Right.
I'm okay and I'm a father and I'm a good father because now I have Instagram and they follow me. They can see my life outside of the joke.
Sure.
But I was the joke for a long time. I was the joke that I was writing. So now we have a chance to express ourselves a little more so people can actually get to know who we are. And that's amazing.
Now, did you have a kid yet at the time when you made that joke?
You know what? My wife was pregnant at the same time that I did the joke.
See, okay, I would think that would help you a little bit.
I never used that.
Oh, really?
I didn't.
I would think coming from some
I
like,
thought it was
as a comedian, I would think like guys, I can't be, it was a bad joke, you didn't like it, whatever. Or no, you stood beside the joke. You're even more. I guess you could have used it like, I have a wife that's pregnant right now. I'm not gonna have sex with. I'm not saying I want to. Well, I want to have sex with my wife, but
You're going to a very bad road right now. You're not helping me at all. I'm not going to have sex. Am I? I don't know.
I'm not gonna have sex with the baby. You know what I mean. But I'm saying because you had that.
I know. I didn't use it because I thought it was important for me to say, no, I'm not going to apologize. No, it's not. No, I'm sorry. That's a joke. And if I apologize now because of this joke,
That's cool though.
in 1 month,
There's going to be another thing.
What am I going to be allowed to say?
Yeah.
Because do you want me to apologize of everything I said? Because you know what? That joke is not even like in a top 30 ones that I'm saying. I was talking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm apologizing because of this little thing I'm fucking... It's not even possible. There was people in the Congress. There was Congress people that spent like 25 minutes or 30 minutes to call me a pedophile.
Oh, wow.
Because, can you imagine this guy wants to have intercourse
They're taking
with
this
a baby?
very seriously.
Oh, my
And you're
gosh.
like, all right, guys.
Yeah, no, it's a little too much.
Yeah.
But I thought it was, I think it was important. It was a very important discussion because now we feel a little more free in Brazil to do comedy.
Well, that's good. Then you made an impact that, you had to take a monetary loss for it, but in the long run of things, it's great for what you're leaving behind.
And I lost a lot of audience as well. I lost a lot of audience. I kind of now, or you love Rafi or you hate Rafi. It's more like it's kind of a...
But in my opinion, I would much rather be like that than having, because then you really know who your diehard fans are.
Completely understand. But you know what's the problem? Sprite is never going to put money in someone that divides opinion.
Gotcha.
They always are going to go for the easiest ones. The ones that are not going to surprise them with a controversy next week.
Yeah.
And not only Sprite, but even like they're not going to give you a role in the movie because you know what? This movie is going to take like 5 months to release the movie. In like maybe 15 days before we launch the movie, this guy is going to be in the news.
He might say something crazy.
It's kind of a risque. Risque, is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Risque, yeah.
It's kind of a risque for them, which is okay. I'm not here to play a victim because I made some money. I'm okay. I'm having a new run in America, which was always my dream.
Well, that's got to be a great motivating factor. Like you already have specials where you're doing it in Portuguese in Brazil. Yeah. Now I'm sure the next goal is to have an English special. And then, it's going to be amazing.
That's what I want
to
do.
Because you're going to be one of the few, I don't even know how many, if there are really any other comedians, there might be out there, but it's very, very few, if so, that have specials in multiple languages. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
That's a very cool,
awesome.
yeah,
I know.
goal to look at.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming, my friend.
Yeah, that's
That's
exciting.
what I'm aiming. The only thing is that I want to wait a little before doing it because I feel that I'm evolving daily
Sure.
in another language.
Yeah,
daily.
of course. Well, you're picking up stuff all the time. The longer that you're here, the more that you're going to start picking up and understanding different,
aspect of the culture, watching more TV shows, trying to understand a little bit more about the country and the politics and everything else. So that's what's happening right now. And I don't.
You're like a sponge, just kind of taking everything in around you.
Yeah, and I don't want my special to be this thing about, oh, I am a foreigner, so this is difficult for me. And that's it. There's a limit on that.
Mm-hmm.
My special cannot be only about cultural differences.
Right.
I want to talk about cell phones. I don't know. I want people to relate with what I'm saying.
Yeah. Regardless of the background or whatever. It's like, oh, that's just good material.
It is good material.
It doesn't matter that he happens to be from Brazil and now he's doing a special in English. This is just funny material, and I just like it that as a joke.
Yes.
Like you could cut that out, put it anywhere. That's funny across the board.
That's what I'm doing it right now. I feel proud of some stuff that I wrote now that is not necessarily because I am from Brazil. And the first jokes that I wrote here was more about that. And I still doing it because people, it's a kind of on my way to introduce myself.
Yeah.
When I say that I am from Brazil and I wax my vagina, those types of things that are the reference that people have about it.
Have you ever had a Brazilian wax before?
I never did.
I have.
You did?
I have. Yep.
In your crotch?
Does that make me an honorary?
Man, you are my people.
Yes. Did you?
You are.
Did you hear
This
that?
guy he's got a passport right now.
Yes. Yeah, I did it live on stage during Kill Tony at the Comedy Store.
Did?
We had a curtain and I had my head poking out. It was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced.
But did you take hair out of your balls?
Everything. Everything from here to my butthole. Everything gone.
Oh my god.
Everything. I didn't shave or anything before.
I did only on my armpit.
Yeah, I've done. They did my armpits that night too. Wow, that hurts too.
That hurts. Huh?
So now amplify, because I did that, so I have that reference point.
Okay.
Amplify the pain that you felt in your armpit.
It's worse.
It's so much worse.
Oh.
It's about, no joke, at least 3 to 4 times as painful. It's so sensitive.
But were you naked on stage?
I was naked behind the curtain. We had a couple professionals come by and put the wax on there and do it behind the curtain. There's a couple girls who were doing it behind the curtain. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's awesome, bro.
It was insane.
Oh my god.
So for a few weeks, I was feeling pretty sexy.
But the worst thing is that when it starts to grow again, and it feels like it's sticky.
It's horrible.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I didn't actually wax, but I shaved because I had to do a surgery. Okay, that's becoming a little graphic. Okay.
What? You had to do a surgery or something?
I did a surgery like appendices.
Oh yeah, like. You had appendicitis?
Yeah, I had appendicitis.
Oh yeah, so did they take out your appendix?
They did.
Yeah, okay.
And they had to shave everything.
I like how
maybe they didn't have to shave and the guy just wanted to shave.
Maybe they just wanted to. They're like, this guy's hairy, we need to clean him up a little bit. That's, I like how you said that was getting graphic, and we just talked about like your joke that got you in trouble for having sex with a baby. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I have to get my priorities straight. Sometimes I'm thinking about, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do jokes about pillows. Yeah. It's too much for me.
It's too much. It's too much.
Pillows, no.
Let's get into this next segment. It's called The Kindness Challenge.
Okay.
So every week, I challenge you guys, the audience, as well as myself, to do something nice for somebody out of the kindness of your heart. It can be somebody that you know, or it can be a stranger. It can be anything as long as you're contributing something positive to society. Now, we have people who write in letters, and this is from a guy named Mike Glover. Mm-hmm. And I started to wonder what he might sound like. I'm going to read it in the voice that he might sound like, and then we'll talk about other kind things that maybe we've done recently for some people. This is Mike Glover. Here we go. Jeremiah, I'm writing in to let you know about my random act of kindness. I was at the gas station on a cold winter day when I noticed a little old lady struggling to figure out the gas pump. I noticed she was having problems, so I walked over and offered some help. She explained she had no idea what to do, so I walked her through the process, then pumped her gas. She was very thankful, and we both went our separate ways. I know this isn't a huge act of kindness, but it did feel good to help her out. Keep up the great work on the podcast and stand-up. Love getting a chance to meet the Kill Tony crew in Cleveland last year, and can't wait till your group comes back. All right. Thanks, Mike. He helped an old lady pump gas. She got to the gas, and she's like, well, how do you do anything?
Yeah.
How do you pump this? And he's like, I'm here for you.
But let me tell you, can I talk straight to Mike? Mike, if that's your act of kindness, you gotta really think about your life, my friend, because that's your example of being kind. After your 75 years of life, that's your act of kindness. You're a very bad human being, my friend. Think about it, okay? That's your act. Maybe you should think about your life a little more. I'm sorry.
It's more of like, it's so funny. You and Tim Dillon are the only people to go after the people who submitted the kindness challenge letters.
I'm sorry, I don't think you're a good guy at all, Mike. You're bragging about something that
I'm asking them to write in. He's not bragging. It's more of a weekly thing. Like, what's something recently that you feel like would maybe qualify for?
I save a family from a fire. Okay, Mike. I actually last week saved 2 families from 2 different fires. So, congratulations for your pumping gas experience. Oh, you're so amazing. Oh my God.
I love that you just right away you're like,
oh my God.
2 families. I saved.
And I'm even worried. How many people write you good stuff? Does some people write you?
Some people, yeah. Some people.
And that's the one you chose, Jeremiah. So people are not good in this country at all. If that's the one, no, that's the one. So people here in America, you know what?
What would constitute as like a kindness challenge thing in Brazil? Okay. Let's do that. Like, give me an example of something where maybe you or somebody who you know or a family member did something where you're like, that qualifies.
Now you're putting some pressure on me. I don't know if I'm that good of a guy. But, man, I used to do a journalism show in Brazil. It's like the Vice. You know Vice? They have those little documentaries and stuff. And I used to do a TV show like that. So we used to talk about different subjects like prostitution or about minimum wage. Like it's like we show a lot of poor people, and at the end of every show, what I did was I give them money for them to pay their expenses. Or maybe I was doing a show with this woman and she was working at home, and her home didn't have a roof, so every time that it rained, she couldn't work. She had to go to her neighbor. So I rebuilt all of her roof for her to be able to work and to be there with her family. Take that one, Mike.
Take that, Mike. Take
that, Mike. Okay?
Thank you very much for writing in the show, Mike. Keep sending in those letters so Rafi and other guests can tell you that's not good enough.
No, but you know what? Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Because here in this country, it's so crazy how difficult it is to connect with people, my friend.
It very much is. One example of, he mentioned the gas station.
Okay.
My car broke down once at a gas station. Okay. It took 3 or 4 people before someone would help me jump my car. My car is like, it was fine. I was dressed in normal clothes. I didn't look vagrant or anything like that. I had the jumper cables ready to go.
Ah, you had the jumper cables.
I had the jumper cables.
Oh my God.
I literally was going up to people being like, my car broke down. I have the jumper cables. Could you help me out? It'll literally, I can hook it up very quickly. It'll take 30 seconds. No. Multiple people just looked at me and I was like, do you have like 30 seconds, a minute to spare? And one person just goes, I just don't want to.
Oh my God.
Like that's Los Angeles
I
for you.
understand.
So I think that's why like when I'm welcoming these letters in, I'm like, it can be anything.
Okay.
Because I know how cold people can
Okay,
be.
yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. You know what's crazy here? Sometimes I'm in my building and I'm going to the elevator. Okay, I am in the elevator.
Yeah.
And someone stepped in the elevator. Don't say hi. People don't say hi to each other.
No, it's
people
very-
don't look themselves in the face.
I know. I don't like
I
that.
don't want to be your friend. Just say hi. Just acknowledge that
Just
I'm
greeting.
there. Because you know what? Sometimes when I'm not with my girlfriend here and people don't say hi to me, sometimes I feel that I died. Maybe I'm just a fucking...
Are we ghosts here?
Maybe I'm a ghost.
What's
I don't know.
happening?
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And when I'm... You know what's this crazy thing? I get Uber pool a lot here, okay? When I am on Uber, okay, I'm waiting. I don't know. We are gonna pick up some other people, okay?
Yeah.
I am on the car already. So we are gonna get, I don't know, Carla. So Carla steps in a car. Don't say hi to me.
And you're in an Uber pool.
I'm in the back. I don't want to be your friend. I'm not going to have a conversation with you. But just acknowledge that I'm there like, hi.
Hi. Hello.
You know what? There's a difference between being talkative and being rude.
Yeah.
My gosh, just acknowledge that I'm there. And the worst thing, maybe this is going to only work in the camera. But sometimes like we got an Uber pool, okay? And there's someone sitting in the front and one guy is sitting in the back. So this other person is on the street and he's gonna sit down in the back. So there's someone seated here. This guy don't jump to this seat. You have to go all around in the middle of the street, cars running for you to go to the other side.
Yeah, because he's already locked into his seat.
Oh my gosh, brother.
Am I a ghost?
Oh my
Do
God.
I even exist anymore?
Oh my God.
Just acknowledge me in the super pool, please.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I must be dead. No one's acknowledging my presence.
I wish I was alive, I just want to share experiences with human beings.
What? Oh no, Uber is... The fare is higher than ever right now. Is this being charged to my account directly? What's happening?
Are they going to charge me in the cloud? Oh my God. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So maybe the thing that he did in the gas station, maybe that's something here. I don't know. If I think about it, yeah, maybe.
Well, email your kindness challenge letters to try to top that at jeremiahwonders@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Let's get into this next segment.
Okay.
This is fanning out.
What is funny?
Fanning out questions from fans.
It's the name of the segment.
That's the name of the segment.
I have no idea what it means.
I know. So it's basically I reach out to different people, and it's questions from fans who wrote in, and they're going to ask you some different things. This is I like this question. This is from on Instagram at xfatsocks. I'm from Argentina. Can you talk about Argentinian or Brazil relation, like football stuff? Love your work, Jeremiah. Okay.
He doesn't like mine that much, but that's okay.
What's
Love your work, Jeremiah. There was like a
Jeremiah.
little pause just for me to go, okay.
well, obviously they know who you are.
I'm
If they're,
just kidding.
if they're asking about Brazil,
There is a rivalry.
there's a big rivalry.
Yeah, it's...
Are you a big football fan?
Nah.
No.
No, I used to play basketball. Did you play basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a tall guy.
Do you still play basketball?
Mm-hmm.
With who?
We play. There's actually comedians that play every week. If you want to come,
No, I play with them.
you play with them.
I never saw you there.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
Okay. I'm playing a
You've been going there recently.
I'm playing a championship.
You
with those
playing in the
guys.
league?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I haven't played.
With Willie Hunter and
yeah.
Brian Moses.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's been on Mondays.
Yeah. I play with them.
I'd have Kill Tony every Monday. That's why I stopped doing it. Is because it used to be on Tuesdays,
Okay.
and I used to do the league,
Okay.
and they switched it to Mondays. And I'm like, I literally have a show every Monday where I'm at the
got it.
Comedy Store from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Those are all the games.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So
I played for a while, man. I used to have a scholarship to play here.
really,
Yeah. We're talking about basketball.
power forward. Yeah, we're talking about basketball now.
Yeah, I used to play power forward. I was
Yep,
a
that's
little
what I thought.
heavier. I
Yeah.
was a little heavier. I was a little stronger, and I used to have I played Division 2 in Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah.
You played D2 ball?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did play D2.
That's awesome.
Just 1 year, and I got injured, and I had to go back to Brazil.
What kind of injury?
I broke my jaw and my cheekbone.
Oh,
Yeah,
took a bad elbow?
fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about that.
Not proud of it.
What
but
was it over a call? Was it somebody that was trying to box you out a little bit too much, playing a little bit dirty, or what?
what happened? I used to fight a lot on the court when I was younger.
You were a trash talker?
Not that much, but I wasn't that big, so I used to play physical a lot. So that's
Yeah.
the way that I have to handle bigger people.
Sure.
Because I played pro in Brazil for a little while, and I played until I was 20.
You are fascinating.
Well, thank you, my friend.
I just gotta say, like, the more that you like unravel about yourself to me on this podcast,
looks like I'm lying because there's so much things. I'm 42, man, so I did a lot.
that's cool.
I did a lot.
Yeah.
I played pro over there for a while, so I played all my life.
What was your team name?
It was called Ubra. We used to play.
Ubra.
Yeah,
What does
Ubra.
that mean?
It's just a college.
Translates to Uber here.
I played for Uber.
You played
And
for
nobody
Uber.
would say hi to me on the
Nobody
court.
say hi to you in
It's
the
so
court. It's like,
crazy.
acknowledge me. Pass
I
the
had
ball
no
to me.
friends.
No friends.
But I used to play there. It was Ubra. It was an university.
Oh, okay.
It's called Ubra.
Ubra.
Yeah, Ubra.
like
And then I played for Sojip, another team. So I played a little bit. I wasn't the best.
What
player.
is Sojip
Sojip
translate
is
to?
there's no translation.
It's just a university name?
Sojip was just a club. Because instead,
Gotcha.
you guys here play like school and colleges,
Yeah.
and then you go pro. We don't have that.
You
in
have club
Brazil.
teams
We
and
have
stuff like
club
that.
teams.
That's how I played. We had club teams for when I played soccer, when I played football, and like growing up. There was club teams where we had like this Premier League is what it was called, and that was the thing that
so
like,
play soccer.
I used to play soccer a lot.
You play better soccer or basketball?
It's hard to say because I was a very good keeper. I was a very good goalie.
Oh, you're a goalie.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're tall.
Mhm.
You
So
jump a lot. You jump.
Oh, I had no fear, so I would always go down for showdowns. I got kicked in the face multiple times. I would run at the person. I had no fear.
Did you ever broke your nose?
No, but I've gotten a concussion from getting hit in the nose once. Yeah. Not from soccer, something else, but
From
yeah,
sex.
from sex. Just trying to get it in there too much.
So I played for a little while, and so when I got injured, the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to talk about the fight. The thing is, I came here and I was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I'm not proud of it. I lied about my transcripts
Okay.
because I was graduated in college in Brazil already. Okay. I graduated in college. I did journalism. So when I
So
graduated,
you already did a full.
I did.
Okay.
But I gave them my high school transcripts. Because if I give them my college
wouldn't let you
transcripts,
play.
I couldn't play because there's a
You're
clock.
Too old. Yeah.
There's a clock that starts to run when you go to the college. So I had to give them my transcripts. So they couldn't know that I was already graduated. So I had to play a little dumb. Because I was already graduated in journalism.
If you're from another country, I don't
Yeah,
really know what you're.
I worked for like 4 years, but my dream was to play basketball. I would
Yeah.
do anything to play basketball, even lie, and I
Yeah,
did.
You did.
So what happened was I started to practice with the team. I became part of the group, and I was doing really, really well. I was doing well.
Yeah.
I was doing well on the team
Yeah.
and on school. I was doing really well.
Now, are you at this time? Are you 4 years older than all these guys?
No, I was like 21. I graduated very early.
Oh, that works out.
Yeah, the guy were like 18.
I'm just imagining you as like a 36-year-old guy. Like, I'm just like you other guys. And they're looking at you. You have like a giant beard and tattoos and stuff. They're like, how much life have you lived for a 21-year-old?
Oh my god! Yeah. No, that
So you're
wasn't the
21.
case.
You're
I
around.
was
You're around the same age.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, so it worked perfectly.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were 18. I was 21, and I was doing really, really well on the team. So what happened was people start to kick my ass because
Because you were known as that physical guy.
Not only that, I thought there was a little bit of prejudice because I was a foreigner. Maybe that was the case. I'm not sure.
Do you think that they were giving it to you a little bit extra? Because where did you play?
In Nebraska.
Oh, then absolutely. I'm from Kansas, that area.
There wasn't that many. There wasn't any foreigners on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. No, if you're playing against other schools and other teammates and stuff like that, there's probably a little bit of racism going on.
I felt that,
I think that that's very valid. I mean, because the high school that I went to, there wasn't anything that was like that, but like it wasn't super diverse. You know what I mean? And people who are only around like other like white people are gonna have certain preconceived notions and just be ignorant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And they'd be like, well, we're gonna give it to this Brazilian guy a little bit more than you know what I mean, just to kind of show this is our territory.
Yeah,
yeah.
I felt that a little. But it wasn't only white guys. I had some black guys on my team. And they were from other states.
As good as equally spread out.
But they were they were Americans, all of them. And I felt, I don't know if because I was a foreigner, I don't know what's the deal, but I didn't feel that welcome. When I started to do good. Because when I started and everybody was like the psame, and when I started to actually
excel and like put up extra points or a lot of rebounds or whatever.
It was my first year, and I wouldn't even red shirt because people red shirt in the first year. I would play, maybe I would be like I started on the team. I was doing really, really well, and I felt that people were like kicking my ass every practice, and I couldn't stand it anymore. And I used to fight. I used to fight a lot on I don't know why. I was a little. After that fight, I never fought again in my life. You can do everything you want with me now that I know that
at the end of this podcast, Rafi and I are going to fist fight to close it out.
I would never do that. But then I was like, I exchanged like 3 or 4 punches with the guy because I got a rebound and then I did the basket and the guy pushed me outside of the court. And I just came back and I punched him and he punched me. There was like 3 punches exchange. You couldn't even see who won the fight. But I got punched in the face like just one, boom. And I went to the bathroom and my face was like melting because I broke my cheekbone.
He hit you that hard that it instantly broke?
It was hard, yeah.
Wow.
The guy was like bigger than me and it's okay, it was a fight. I'm not even blaming the guy.
Yeah.
Because I could maybe hurt him. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I went back to Brazil to do surgery. I did a surgery here. The guy did a mess up surgery. He didn't do a good surgery because I did, I don't know, in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the best doctors in the world. I'm not saying
hey boy,
want to sound harsh with Nebraska.
Sorry there, boy. We couldn't fix your face that much, but maybe go on back to Brazil and get that fixed for you and see if they can do a little better job. What do you think, huh?
That's what I did. I went back to Brazil. I did surgery again, and then I was hired to play in a team, and they would pay me to play. And if I got paid to play, you can come here and play it again.
Yeah,
because you become professional.
Yep.
So it was some good money, and I stayed in Brazil, and I never went back, which is crazy, Jeremiah, because I kind of quit college here, and my dream was to play the 4 years.
Yeah.
But I got a job, and I got a job working with internet, and I got a girlfriend, and I got a good team paying me money, and I decided to stay in Brazil. But I regretted that for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Because it was your what if moment. Like, what if I would have stuck with it?
It was something that I didn't conquer. I didn't have the full experience, I didn't have the full experience. I wanted to be here for 4 years. But when I quit, I kind of dreamed. What is dream in the past? How do you say?
Dreamt. Yeah. I dreamed or dreamt. Yeah.
I dreamt for a long time about that place and coming to America again and trying again. Yeah. I never thought that I would have a chance to come here again and do something. So then I started to do comedy. So my goal was always to come here and kind of do the thing that I didn't do in a basketball court. My dream was to be a basketball player, wasn't to do comedy.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a 21 Jump Street remake where you and we get very clean shaven and we fib on our high school transcripts and then we go back to play college ball.
That would be awesome.
Right?
You know what? If I give them my transcripts right now, I think I could play.
Could you?
Yeah, because there's no clock in the Division 2.
Oh, yeah.
There's a clock that starts to run when you play. If you go to the college, the clock starts to run.
Yeah.
But there's no limit. So if you never did college, the clock never
Really?
run. Yeah.
It never starts?
Division 1, it's like a 22 years limit. But Division 2, there's no age limit. So I could play right now if I want.
I want to see that movie. I really want it. That's a great idea.
That's a good idea. Huh?
That's fun. A guy who,
Just go and play college ball.
Just go and play
basketball,
college ball. That's so funny. It's like that Air Bud rule. Like, well, it's not in the rule book.
Yeah,
so,
it is not.
Somebody wanted you to say something sexy in Portuguese. Revel its finest.
Okay. Let me put some. Choose a good voice. Choose a good sexy voice for me. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. E aí, gostosa, tudo bem? Quer passar uma noite gostosa comigo? Curtir um filme, cineminha? Fazer um sexo? Hein? Uma penetração? Um vai e vem, um gostoso, escutar um pagode, passar a noite inteira curtindo, hein? Vem comigo, vem comigo. Vou te fazer gozar muito.
Man, I am soaking wet right now. What'd you say?
I said that I want to spend the night with her and just go watch some movie and have some sex. And then I'm going to make her really happy. That's what I said.
Pretty sure a dude wrote that question. But I like where you took it. That's hot as hell.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So this next question comes from. I asked for character suggestions too. So let's play out this scene. All right.
Perfect.
This is from @BurnThePhantom.
Okay.
On Instagram. The character suggestion for you
Can I
is
use this mic?
if you'd like to. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to? Yeah.
Let's do it.
That one's a singing film. Oh, you're changing it up.
Phone. Okay.
This is the character. It's a doctor with Tourette's. You know what the Tourette syndrome is? Delivering a baby on a Ryanair flight.
I really don't know if jokes about a baby is something that I want to repeat in my life. I really don't think it brings me good memories. But let's try it.
Okay, so I'm the pregnant mother.
Tell again, please.
So
Tell me again.
I'm a pregnant mother.
Okay.
I go into labor on this flight.
Oh my gosh.
You have to deliver the baby.
Oh, that's
a
huge challenge for me.
But you have Tourette syndrome, so you are accidentally slipping in cuss words and yelling out profanities while you're trying to coach me through the pregnancy.
Wow. You remember that I don't speak English, Jeremiah. Okay, but let's try it. Okay.
Here we go.
Breathe. You gotta breathe. That's the thing. You gotta breathe. Breathe. Chocolate! Breathe. Breathe a lot.
Okay, I just...
Yeah.
I think I'm crowning right now.
No. Just hold it. Hold it. Okay. Airplanes!
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, it's coming through.
It's coming through. Okay. You gotta stay. You stay strong.
There's fluid everywhere.
Stay strong. What's your name? What's your name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Cynthia. Just think about something good, really good. Okay.
Okay. Hot dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pushing.
Push it.
Okay.
Push it.
Okay. The shoulder.
Push it.
The shoulders are coming through.
Push it. Yes. Yes. No. Chocolate. Yes. Airplanes.
Okay. Oh,
Pants.
here comes the legs.
Pants.
Yes.
Yes. I'm seeing. I can see the head. I
Okay.
can see the head.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What's the name of the baby?
Oh, Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Come on, Gerald.
Okay.
Come on. Okay. I'm getting a baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's flying. Oh my gosh.
Wait, my baby's
Oh my
taking
God.
flight?
It is.
What?
Your baby's flying.
What?
What's going on here? Oh my gosh. Oh, shares.
Well, I'm a demon, baby.
Oh, you just gave life.
Hey, doctor, I'm gonna bite your freaking face
Oh
off.
my gosh, this baby's a devil.
I'm gonna sink my teeth into your neck and then feast on your blood.
Please don't sue me, baby. Please. Not a lawsuit. Kill me, but don't sue me,
Wait,
baby.
are you Rafinha Bastos?
I am. I'm also a doctor.
Daddy.
Yes.
Will you be my daddy?
Oh my gosh. I think I just helped the baby. I owe you money, baby.
You owe me money, man.
I owe you, baby.
You owe me
I owe
money.
you some money. Chocolate. I owe you a lot of money, baby. That's true. No, let's try to do it in Portuguese. Oh my god.
The same thing in Portuguese.
No, that was.
Dude, I like that your guy who had Tourette syndrome, his swear word was chocolate and planes. Chocolate planes. It's like this guy has a very specific case of Tourette syndrome. He only yells chocolate and planes, but I like that a lot.
I watched. That's a documentary series on Netflix called The Undateables. Okay.
The Undateables.
Yeah, and there's only people that has like disabilities when they're going to the dating life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the guy with Tourette was like that.
I mean, that's difficult, man.
Very difficult. My
Yeah.
friend.
I mean, where do you everywhere
That's
in public?
Very difficult.
You know, that's a tough
All the
one.
other disabilities you could understand, and it wasn't like a surprise. But
Yeah.
the Tourette, the guy has to control himself, and in stress situations, it's even harder.
Yeah, the more you agitate it and more you try to control it, the
And you say the things
yeah,
that you can't say.
it's uncontrollable. Yeah, you're
Maybe
saying
I have Tourette.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's why I
don't
have
know.
a lot of trouble
possible.
with the law. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Herb Vinyl said, "Can you show people the difference between Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese? I speak Portuguese, but find it fun adding the Brazilian twist and G's everywhere."
That is not a difference, my friend. I'm sorry.
Oh wow, calling your bluff. Herb
No.
Vinyl.
It is the Portuguese people.
Mm-hmm.
Portuguese is a language that like a few countries speak.
Yeah.
It's Angola, Mozambique. Is this also in English? Mozambique? Mozambique. Angola. You never heard about Angola?
I don't know.
Okay, Angola.
I'm a dumb
Americans
American. I'm a
have-
dumb American. I know our geography. You're like, you never heard of
geography
Angola? Okay, great.
Do you know where is Brazil?
Yeah, like
Could you point on a map? Okay, that's a challenge.
that is a challenge.
Okay.
I think I know where it's at.
You know what is that?
I think I do.
Okay,
If I pointed to it on a map.
we have.
What are the stakes here? What happens to me if I guess wrong?
If you guess wrong,
Uh-huh.
you have. It's $50.
It's $50?
Yeah. If you get it right, I pay you $50.
I'm not confident in
No.
myself.
You wanna do it? Okay. One day we have lunch, and the guy who get it right pays the lunch.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Let me grab a map without names, because that will help you a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I
Okay.
do. Ugh.
Okay.
It's been it.
No,
Rafi,
no, you got
Rafi,
it.
it's been so long since I've even looked at a world map that that this is. I'm probably not going to get this right.
No, let me
But I
see.
do like this as a challenge that I'd have to buy
Okay.
Rafi lunch if.
Nice. Okay, I have one map here, and you tell me where is Brazil.
Well, I mean, it's in South America.
Go for it.
I mean, can you zoom in, or is it?
It's in South America. So can
Yeah.
I zoom in South America?
Yeah. Can you
Okay,
zoom
you got that
zoom
part
in on
right.
South America?
Yeah, but this map doesn't show the.
It doesn't
country.
show the-
Fuck, I got a bad map. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
If it's not broken in section, I definitely for sure won't get it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get a map from South America.
I don't. I'm gonna admit I don't know how close to the equator Brazil is. I don't know that.
Yeah, if I tell you, you will know.
Yeah,
So he's gonna mess
know.
up our game.
it's gonna mess up the game.
Okay, it's all written. Okay, now. Okay. Maybe I got the worst map ever.
Okay.
Which one is Brazil? Oh my God, that's a good challenge.
This is a good challenge.
Okay, which one is Brazil?
If you're seeing this on the here, hold it if you can towards the camera a little bit more, and I'll have Gage.
zoom in.
Yeah, I'll have Gage put up a graphic of
Okay,
it. Yeah.
nice. You got just one chance.
I know. I just have one
One
chance.
chance.
I'm gonna say, I can't remember if it's how big it is compared to the rest of South America. It's between one or two things for me.
Which are the two that you're thinking about?
This one
The big one
and this one.
and the
Yeah.
the small one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with.
Are you sure of those two? Okay, that's okay. You choose.
I'm off already.
no,
aren't
no, no.
I?
You choose. You tell
Am
me.
I off already?
Now it's. Just
Oh, now you're in my head. Okay. Actually, I won't choose any other of those.
no. You choose. I don't wanna. I don't wanna give you any.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one, the smaller one.
It's the big one.
It's the big one. Dang
I got lunch.
Dang it!
Lunch!
You got inside my head, dude. I wanted to choose that one. You got inside my head.
You got it right.
All right. I have
It's the
to,
big one. In Brazil, it's almost the same size of the United States.
Is it really?
It is.
Wow.
The only difference is that it's not like square, like a rectangle, like it is.
Yeah.
But here,
So what country did I point to?
I don't know.
Oh, looks
think-
like you owe me dessert.
I think you pointed to Bolivia or Ecuador. Let me see.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
That
let
makes
me
sense.
see. Let me see which country you pointed. You pointed to Peru.
Okay, that's actually you may not believe me, but
Peru.
I thought that it might be.
Peru.
I knew that Peru was
You
somewhere
pointed
around
to
there.
Peru. I thought it was Bolivia.
Okay, last question, and then we'll do sax talk. This is from on Twitter. This is a very interesting question. At Funso Banlo on Twitter, if it were mandatory for the people of every nation to wear a hat once a week, and each nation gets its own unique hat chosen by themselves to represent the nature of that nation and as a means to demand respect, what hat would you choose for each major South American nation? You can just do a couple.
Okay, I think Peru, which was the country that
So
we were
what
talking
what
about.
hat would represent Peru?
A Peru, which is you could put like a bird. Which
It's like a bowler hat, kind
Peru,
of.
Peru, it's a bird.
It's got like a rim.
You got a rim
Uh-huh.
and a bird on top.
Okay.
A bird.
Yeah.
Little bird.
Little bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Because
Peru.
Peru, it's a bird.
Yeah.
In Brazil, we can have. Do you know who is Carmen Miranda?
No.
Carmen Miranda, it's a Brazilian woman, and you can search it on Google. Nobody's gonna do this, but I don't know why I'm saying, but if you look for Carmen Miranda, she got like a hat with a lot of fruits
Yeah.
and fruits, and she
Oh, like a
dances
fruit hat, like
yeah.
the Chica Banana lady.
Chica Banana Lady
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Carmen Miranda.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's our hat.
Okay.
Okay, Brazilian hat. It's Chica Banana. Chica Banana.
I don't know if that's
Chiquita bacana
Chiquita, yeah,
lá da
Chiquita banana.
Martinica, idade com uma cara de banana nanica.
I'm just like singing along with you too.
I have no idea what it is.
Because I'm just like singing along.
Yeah.
And it feels good, but I don't really know what you're singing, but it just
I
feels
have no
like
idea where this is going.
yeah.
And that would be our hat. And we could have a good hat for Argentina as well, which would be, those old hats that magicians have.
Mm-hmm.
Magicians.
Like a top hat.
Yeah,
kind
top
of.
hat.
Yeah.
They have take the rabbits and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be the Argentina.
Oh.
Because they do magic. They don't have any money and they pay their expenses and the country is not doing well. So they need to do some magic. So that would be
They
a
need
good
some
hat.
magic to fool you.
Yes.
Sleight of hand.
That would be a good thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect answer.
That would be. What would be the American hat?
It would be either a cowboy hat
Cowboy. Yeah.
or it would be a trucker hat. Do you know?
What is a trucker hat?
It's it's got a big front, and it's got the back has aired vents kind of on the back. I'll have to show you it after the podcast what it is, but you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, that's a very American
that's
looking
American hat. Okay.
hat. Yeah. Let's round out the episode with sax talk. Sax talk. All right. I prepped Rafinha Bastos before the podcast, and I told him to share a story of any sexual encounter, and I will follow him with my sweet, sweet saxophone. So whenever you're ready, I will follow you, my friend.
Okay. So I remember that I met this girl in my city, Porto Alegre, and we dated for a little while. Okay, it was 6 months, and I fell in love with the girl. We used to get along well. We used to go to the same school, and I used to love that girl, you know. She was hot as hell. Oh my gosh. Used to love that girl so much. So then we kind of split parts, and she went to live in São Paulo, and I stayed in Porto Alegre for a while, which was my city, and we met again. After 2 years, we met again. So then we kind of hook up again. She took me to her house. It was on a Thursday night, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I remember that she was fine. She was so fine. I remember so well. So it was a chance for us to meet again, and we kind of, she was dating at the time, and she was leaving with the guy. Yeah, it was kind of a challenge for us. Why? So she took me to her house. Her husband was not at home. We started to kiss, and we started to touch each other, and she's still pretty hot. So we started, Jeremiah, to touch each other and kiss, and I was in a couch, okay? I was sitting in a couch. She was on top of me. She was having fun. I was just admiring the view. She was on top of me, jumping and jumping, going back and forth. I was feeling so damn good. But then I started not to feel that good. It was weird. I felt something sticky. And I questioned myself, am I having sex with an alien? It was weird because, you know, there was something happening. I didn't know what it was. She was jumping. I was feeling this noise, and the noise was like... You know, when you start to when you are trying to start an old car, and the noise go like... That was the noise that she was making. It was a weird noise. And I started to question myself, what's going on here? But at the same time, I started to question myself, do I want to know what's going on here? So I decided to look. It was dark. I saw a light coming out of the window. I could finally see what was going on. I looked down. She jumped. And and I could see. It was something noisy. The noise went up. Like... And I was being waxed on my tithe. So I took advantage of the light and I looked down. You know what was happening? Let me just stop for a second. Can you understand? I was sitting on a couch. She was on top of me, going back and forth. I looked down and a dog was licking my balls. It It was a chow chow. A dog that has a blue tongue. And I miss it. I don't miss her. I miss the dog. That's my story.
That was awesome. Who would have thought that weird was a freaking dog?
Going like this. It was pretty weird.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, it's funny because the whole time not at one point where you were like, this is like, I'm into this. You're like, what is happening?
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
No, I never felt good.
You're like, what that sound is so weird.
It was weird.
And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's popping up and down.
Until today, I don't know if this was a kind of a behavior between them or it was just like the dog
Yeah.
just took advantage of the moment of the circumstance.
He saw it at the moment. He's like, I'm going to give me some Rafi
Do you
right
think,
now.
or maybe she did, that was something that she used to do with the dog?
other guys?
I don't know.
No, I think that'd be too weird. I think that it was one of those weird freak accidents where the dog was still in the room and she didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, you got some sweet nuts on you. The dog was just going to town on those things.
It was crazy because she was hot and his tongue was cold. So it was this kind of a different temperatures.
Yeah, the temperature's all off.
My balls are freezing, but my dick is so hot. What's going on here?
That's what the sex move we call El Nino. There's a lot of different temperatures and winds.
Yeah.
A lot of moisture going on.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That will happen. Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Man,
Do you
that
want
was
to?
awesome, bro.
Do you want to plug anything?
Oh my God. You know, I always forget to say this, but follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram in English.
You got a great, yeah.
But I have an Instagram in English now.
Oh, cool.
So if people wants to follow me, it's at Rafi Comedy.
Rafi Comedy.
Or follow mine in Portuguese, which is Rafinha Bastos. So it's very difficult.
You sent me a video. You took a video of me at the Improv the other night. I was doing something weird and out there where I was dancing along to.
For a long time.
I did the whole song.
You did the whole
the whole. I did Rob Zombie's Dragula, and I was headbanging and like going into the crowd and stuff. And Rafi took a video of me, and then the next day he sent me a video of a little girl, probably in Brazil or somewhere,
Brazil.
watching the video and dancing along to it. Probably because she's never heard of Rob Zombie before.
And her mother said that she spent like 20 minutes watching the same video.
I'm so happy that I could introduce that little girl through you to Rob Zombie.
That was awesome. But I thought that after the song, you would leave the stage. I thought that, okay, it's going to end the song and then you would leave.
No, I still wanted to do some time.
okay.
Because I had 7 minutes left in the set.
Oh my God.
That song was only 3-minute song, but it probably felt like forever to the audience because I just kept going with it.
But you know what? We did the same show and I went up. There was still 15 people. You went up, it was 3 people. And you did so good, man. I was like, man, I wish you did good. You have fun.
It was fun.
You have fun doing it, right?
I have a lot of fun. That's like my number one goal with my stand-up is
Okay.
like, I gotta have fun. The jokes and everything that I write and that I
Okay.
want to get out there, they will come. But like, I want to make sure I'm having a good time and the audience is having a good time.
Okay, yeah. I'm having a lot of fun too, but to do those small crowds for me sometimes is a little difficult.
Hard, man.
Because you have to acknowledge them.
I know.
You know?
You have to really
Yeah.
be intimate with them. Yeah.
It's much easier when I do like shows in Brazil for like 1,000
Of
people.
course.
You
Those
just-
are the easy shows. You just say your material. Good night. Thank you. Everybody applause. But
If 20% of 1,000 people laugh at your joke, it's 200 people laughing.
yeah.
If 20% of 3 people laugh, no one is laughing.
I know. Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard, man.
Dude, you were freaking awesome, man.
Thank you,
I
Rafael.
owe you lunch. We'll definitely do that.
Can I make you a question?
Yeah.
Do you want to be my friend?
Yes.
That's good. I need friends. More
See
than
that?
work. I need friends.
More than work.
And,
Rafi and I became friends.
could
saw
you
it
help
right
me
here on
pump
this
my
podcast.
gas one day? That's friendship.
I will pump your gas and I will buy you lunch. Bye.
Thank you.